when there's an injustice against you or someone you love or someone you believe in, stand up. Don't sit down on them, if they need you.
Welcome to Pop Culture Justice here on Popcorned Planet. I am Andy Signore, and I'm here with two lovely people. Steph the Alter Nerd, it's Kim, and oh guys, I'm so excited! I made it. I've had a lot of accomplishments in my life, guys. This MTV Movie Award. I've been nominated for Emmys. So many things. But I don't know today. Today takes the cake. I have earned a badge of honor, folks, that I am so proud of. Guys, I finally got mentioned by Eve Barlow, and she told me to shut up. Not just shut up, just shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up, Andy. Oh, just shut up. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at the sight of this, guys. It was just, we were all just laughing. Kim and Steph sent it to me, and I was just so joyous. We're getting to her. I'm so happy. This is a woman, Eve, because she's probably watching now. She's clearly obsessed. Eve. Hi, Eve. Eve, you were literally kicked out of the courtroom. You are like a corrupt, disgusting, liar. You were out there trying to cheat in a court of law. That's despicable, girl. And you're telling me to shut up like you're some voice of authority? No, I'm going now. Thank you. I will speak up even louder. Thanks for now give us a topic for today's show. They just don't get it. There's a lot to go through because they're coming at me. They're coming at Tug hard. The umbrella guy is starting, but he's he's ready to do 10 more videos about it all. Because Taylor Lorenz is working on a hit piece about him. We'll touch upon that. And then yes, Bot Sentinel released their big study about, misogynoir is what I'm going to call it, guys. That's the new, my new slogan coined by Kat. Misogynoir. Should be like a perfume. Sophisticated misogyny is what this is, that now they're out there calling it out. And Chris Bouzy of Bot Sentinel, who works for Amber Heard, he apparently doesn't now, but who knows? He put together his whole report here. So we do have the report. There it is, the YouTube Policy Violations Report by Bot Sentinel. And Rolling Stone's the first one to sort of clearly outlet on Chris's Rolodex that took the bait and ran with it. So we'll go through that. And I also just wanted to still go through this Jimmy Kimmel nonsense, which a lot of you did click on. Some of you just don't care, but I thought it was kind of lame. We'll talk about it. I want to get the audience and the panel's reactions. So we got lots to talk about today. So welcome to Popcorned Planet's Pop Culture Justice. That's our live show. We're here every day. Thanks for joining us. Sorry we're a little later today. I had some stuff lean up, but yeah, usually I'm either here around 2 or assume it's going to be closer to 4 or 5. All right, let's get to this. So Steph, Kim, let's start with the reactions to this, because this is just funny. Let's look at it. Let's all have a laugh, guys. You ready? Because she read the thread about Camille and Kat, which it makes me happy because it's getting out there, and clearly they're bothered. They're rattling cages because they're upset. She chose to single this one out. So this was never about doxing Camila. Facts. It wasn't. It's about uncovering biased, corrupt journalists so desperate for clout and culture wars that they will do anything to push their BS narrative. Stay tuned. And then if you want to support me, thanks. Yeah, I love Eve put out my Cash App and PayPal. So Eve just got me paid. Thank you, Eve. Appreciate the plug. You guys, I don't even have to say it. She did it for me. Yeah, that's how you can support the channel and what we're doing if you're so inclined. So thank you. Very lovely, Eve. But here it is on my other account. I don't really use, I don't have like a ghost account. I just have other accounts for my other things. And yeah, it allows me to go in and see the Just Shut Up officially. There it is. Because she blocked me, guys. That's why. She's wants me to shut up, but somehow she wants to tell me to shut up, even though she's already shut me up in her feed. It's not loud enough for her. But I just want to thank all you guys. No, Eve, you shut up. Thank you, Angela. Just shut up, Eve. We're with you, Andy. Well, thank you, Ellis. Eve, please shut up. Sincerely, everyone. Iria, thank you so much. Oh, did someone touch a nerve? Asked handsome Jactimus Prime. Out of the bullpen is now our favorite pain in the ass, Barlow. They must be tagging in and out. Who's going to mouth next? Her glorious comeback was just shut up. Nailed it. I know, seriously, that's the best you had was just shut up. I'm tired of lying. Can you just shut up? Because it's annoying me. Just shut up. Just shut up. It's become a whole thing. We are the same. We say the same thing to you, Eve. Just shut up. Exactly. Why even say anything, Eve? You've offered nothing of substance, but now you just aggressively attacked me is what you've done. I can handle it. I'm not trying to play victim, but That's your move back? Andy Signore, please don't shut up. Thank you, Snowballer. Keep up speaking the truth to power. You are doing God's work, my friend. God love you all for it. Beatrix Kiddo, Fartlow is too shy to tag you, so I'll do it for you. Thank you, Beatrix. You're such a sore loser. It was proven Amber lied and acted with actual malice. Why does she want all these replies? It's like she's out there just getting the attention, as we've seen. More people are onto you and Amber's cult than you think. Oh, and did Amber really beat you up in that hotel? A little concerned, are we, Cat Camila, or is it Cat Mila? Take your own advice. A lot of good reactions here as you shut up. I'll go to you, Steph. Does this give you joy? I guess let's start there.
Totally.
There she is. There's Steph.
Oh, hi. Yeah, at Steph Alternate, only because, just from a personal perspective on this one, she's got how many likes at the moment? 16 likes.
60 likes for Steph. Let's compare it.
I've got 60.
66. And then, yeah, on Eve's, hold on. If we go to Eve's, she posted this like an hour ago. Oh, she's posting more. 2 hours ago, 16 likes. Eve. So, I don't like to gloat about likes, but
at Steph Alternate, let's make sure that my post has more likes than her damn original one, because I just think that's absolutely freaking hilarious.
I don't think that's going to be hard.
Yeah, I mean, you've already done it. You're at 66. It's happened. Cheers to you. The Gatsby cheers to Steph. But there it is. You can see it on Steph's. Go ahead.
But in terms of her actual tweet towards all of this, that was exactly kind of like when I saw it for the first time, I was like, that it? That's your comeback? Just shut up. Like, what? I thought you were a woman of substance. Like, you know, you could bring it with the information and the debate. Why shouldn't you shut up? It's as simple as that, right? You should, instead of just saying that, be like, hang on a minute, and provide your perspective rather than just being like, just shut up. This is like play school. It's nonsense. It's school kiddie playground nonsense. Oh, just shut up. You shut up. You shut up. You shut up. That's kind of what I got in my head with her in that kind of witchy voice. Shut up. Shut up.
I like that American voice, Steph. It's a good character.
Does that sound American? Because I didn't actually mean that to sound American.
A little bit.
It just sounded witchy to me.
I mean, she's like Scottish, I think. Eve. Either way, it was a fun voice.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Yeah, you shut up, Eve. We're done with you. We're done with you.
I'm gonna use my squirrel hand for her. Shut up! Thank you, whoever. I forget who sent these. It was very nice. I keep playing with this. I literally have a whole squirrel body here, and it's like, hello. It's very creepy. Go ahead. What is your thought as you see all this amazing stuff, Kim?
Honestly, I think I've tried to be nice to Eve Barlow through this whole thing. You know, that's how I try to be. I don't like to be a bully. I don't like to do any of that stuff. But she's getting harder and harder to defend, especially after that sushi tweet a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I cannot. I can't. But it's just like, I don't understand why, if she does want you to shut up, why is she drawing attention to you? She's literally giving you free promo.
Yeah. Like the fullest promo you could get. Like not only, hey, here's a guy to go support. Here's how to pay him.
Pay him.
She didn't even like black it out.
You can't make this stuff up. You just can't. And I'm still kind of in shock. I just laughed. I just saw it and I laughed and I laughed and I laughed because it's just so ridiculous, the whole thing. And I think, yeah. And so the only other thing that I can think of now that kind of crossed my mind that I was laughing about is that not really seeing a huge amount of Amber fans coming to her defense. And then I kind of remembered that it's like, I obviously am not a representative of the Amber movement by any means, but I have seen a number of Amber fans basically say, like, we don't claim you. We don't want you to Eve Barlow,
found this
that
exchange.
They don't like her. And like, that's on screen now. Like, I saw this not too long ago and I was just like, so does everyone just not like Eve Barlow?
Here is literally, the name is Believe Amber. This is like a clear Amber stan. Eve, if you're reading this, we don't claim you. 67 Amber fans, like I guess, bought that. And she goes, I don't care. And then to Barbie Girl's credit, you cared enough to reply. That's always the thing when someone says, I don't care, but actually takes the time to tell you they don't care. They clearly care. And you cared enough to reply. What are you trying to achieve exactly? Why make me your enemy? Girl, go to bed. I'm tired of you making us look bad every day on this Bird app. I appreciate you being there for Amber, but that's really it. Yeah, I mean, she's just not been a good person. She's her actions in court, her sushi comments. She's just a troll. She's like a really annoying troll.
So I guess I will echo Barbie Girl in saying, girl, go to bed. I don't want anything bad to happen to you. I don't want anybody to harass her. I don't want any of that stuff to happen. But it's just like, come on. If you really want Andy to shut up, why are you casting a spotlight on him? It doesn't make sense. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
Andy.
What the are you doing, man?
Yeah, that's what I say. What, Steph?
To me, right? It's like, you know what, Eve Barlow? Shut up, you cowbag. Like, we're done with you. You cowbag. There you go. I kind of amended it slightly with the whole shut up bit, but yeah, that as well. Because, at the end of the day, what does she do but just hide behind woke terminology as a defense in terms of what she's doing, which in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, is spreading lies about the quote-unquote innocence of Amber Heard and the monstrous ways of Johnny Depp. Enough is enough. It's as simple as that. But yeah, Eve Barlow's nothing anymore. She's nothing. She's not worth it to look into, to talk about. Look at her engagement. No one gives a shit about her.
Mm-mm.
She's done. She doesn't have a platform. She doesn't on Twitter that anyone's really taking notice of her anymore. Again, look at the engagement. It's so low. Someone like me can freaking beat her on likes, on retweeting her freaking tweet. That's saying a lot. That's all I'm saying.
No, facts. And we got Lewis here. What's up, Lewis?
Hey,
my man.
Hey, what's up, everyone? What's up, team? Let's see those Lewis eggheads in the comments. I love those. Look, Eve, I know you're watching. I've known Andy for over 20 years. I've been asking him to shut up all those years, and he doesn't do it. He just keeps getting louder. So I don't know if this was a good move, but you know what? You're welcome to come down on the show and debate it. But yeah, telling Andy to shut up. Oh my God. Should have told him to talk more, actually.
Yeah, Lewis is correct. It's hard to shut me up. I got to be honest. He knows from experience, but yeah, it's very weird. And then she's going to pivot us perfectly to the next story, which I want to get into and get all your thoughts because Christopher Bouzy. Look, I've purposely tried to avoid getting into the past of Christopher Bouzy because I don't know. I haven't done enough homework, but my God, there seems to be a lot of really questionable stuff about his previous businesses doing crypto stuff. A lot of accusations out there, but yeah, I don't know. Enough that I'm just like, I'm going to give this guy pause. But somehow he got in with the not anti-Meghan Markle, the opposite. He got in by supporting Meghan Markle, right, Steph? I think he published a ton of stuff about the people who criticized Meghan Markle. Yes. And that ended up getting him some attention. So while he was doing all this allegedly crooked crypto stuff and whatever stuff he's done in his past, he sort of jumped into this defending Meghan Markle, which is the irony of this like seemingly probably shady guy somehow sneaking into that world and supporting Meghan. He then was able to use that to then pivot, say, hey, would you like me to use the Meghan Markle tools on you, Amber, is really what sort of ended up happening. And so he's been teasing this study for a while now. We're going to go through it. He's been talking about the egregious YouTube policy violations and how they go unchecked. And now here's what he's uncovered. And it's important to sort of, they've been at Umbrella Guy for a while, they've been targeting him and nothing's gotten him kicked off because he's not doing anything against the service. But here's Eve adding to it because even this isn't in the study. You would have thought, right? By the way that Chris Bouzy hyped up this study, guys, you would have thought Tug was all over it. I was in it. Tons of us would be all in it, calling us out for what we're doing. But no, there's literally, how many pages was it? 80 some pages, and one page mentions Tug.
I think it's 30 pages and some such. And yeah, one page is Tug.
One page mentions Tug. The rest is all about a bunch of weird Meghan Markle channels, some smaller ones, etc., that he ended up putting his focus on, which, okay, what, I don't even get it. But they're trying to make this still be about Amber for some reason, even though that the report's barely about her. And Eve's, of course, jumping in. One such channel helped foster misogynistic and dehumanizing opinions towards women. His latest victim is Amber Heard. He published 128 videos about her. When we analyzed the transcripts, we discovered the Umbrella Guy mentioned Amber Heard over 6,100 times. So that was a long trial. How many times did they say Johnny Depp during the trial? I mean, what does that prove? It proves nothing, but they're putting in this weird, sinister lens. Team YouTube offered no resolution to the repeated targeted harassment. Just because he says your name over and over again doesn't mean it goes against community violations for harassment. This is insane how they want to just try to gaslight and control the rules themselves. The targeted harassment and misogyny displayed by users such as this in the lead up, during, and the wake of the trial, because they make a huge profit off this hatred. What does that have to do with anything? How much did the Washington Post make off of the article that was proved to be defamatory that's still out there? And now the Washington Post, how are they responding? Well, they're going after Tug, of course, because that's worthy news. Who is going to police them if not themselves? Oh, God, don't you wish Eve Barlow could be the internet police? What a free, unbiased world we'd live in for Eve Barlow to become the internet police for people. Can you imagine, Steph?
She's assuming that Team YouTube, or YouTube, let's say as a whole, is heavily organized as hell and can get things done like that.
Yeah.
She's never really had a YouTube channel, methinks. She has no idea how YouTube freaking operates. Even when they've got a terms of service, oh my goodness, they switch the goalposts so many times, and they'll do things, and you'll think, for example, and it's only just happened recently. One of my videos, it got yellow bombed, right? I said nothing in there, no trigger words, no nothing. My thumbnail was fine, my title, everything, right? I know how to follow it. Yet, they still, even after the appeal and the second appeal, they still were like, nah, you're still yellow, because it's still, what is it, this, that, and the other. You what? They can't follow their own rules.
Yeah,
sometimes. Dude, what were you expecting, Eve? With
I had
YouTube?
one.
They're a mess.
That video I did about Harry Styles spitting on Chris Pine. It's yellow, and the human reviewer confirmed it as yellow. And I'm like, what, for violence? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Because we talked about an alleged little spit on Chris Pine. They did it, and then they refused to check it again. And now I got to go above the. It's a whole process. And if I tag it on Twitter, sometimes they will maybe see it. The rules don't make sense. But at the same time, if you fight and push, you can, and you have a presence there. They do attempt to look, and to their credit, so far, knock on wood, they've been pretty good. Mostly, there's definitely been some mistakes by certain channels being taken off due to false flagging. They have not taken us off the platform. These attacks by Bot Sentinel have not worked yet. Not to say we shouldn't be careful, because this guy who's also blocked me. He blocked me because he couldn't handle when I asked some legitimate questions about his research. He just blocked me to avoid it, and then started quote tweeting nonsense. But so here's the report: egregious violations that we uncovered. Trevor Colt MC has repeatedly attacked marginalized communities, suggests that Meghan Markle should be strangled to death. Well, I mean, I don't know this guy from Adam. I've never watched this channel. If that's true, yeah, that's bad. Go report it. That's how it works. YouTube still hasn't removed Trevor, and they're still monetizing his videos. I mean, I haven't seen these in question. I want to give Trevor his opportunity to respond because I don't trust Christopher Bouzy at all. But if this is true, yeah, what the hell's up with that? Tug's not doing that. I'm not doing that. I don't know a single Amber channel that is doing that. So why do we keep getting connected to this? This has nothing to do with us. Multiple channels with millions of views were dedicated to publishing malicious, defamatory content about Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex. An average of 94.7 of the videos available were about the Duchess. So one channel in particular mentioned Meghan a shocking 6,225 times. So, like, who cares? What's the point? What is this even trying to prove? Look how many times they're making. That means she's popular. She's a public figure. We're supposed to start like blocking people from mentioning celebrities' names now? Is that what Christopher Bouzy is trying to get out with his research here? What the hell is this? Criticism about celebrities is not hate channel. It's reacting to celebrity who are public figures, and it's completely legal. Yes, Kim.
I'd just like to say, as a Britney Spears fan, could we take a look at how many times tabloids have talked about Britney Spears and shamed Britney Spears and nothing's happened? I know that's different than YouTube, but my point is that exactly like you're saying, celebrity commentary and opinion and criticism is allowed on a global scale. That's part of. Sorry, go ahead.
But for these guys and gals, only for corporations, because that's what they are. They're simps for corporations, pretending to be otherwise. Because if us YouTubers were part of a big corporation, like you mentioned, the one slandering Britney, he wouldn't go up against them. And how does Tug mention AH so many times? He doesn't use that word.
Yeah, well said. Nicole Rico, thank you. And yes, you're right on it. Actually, Tug says AH or Aquaman Starlet. He doesn't actually use her name ever.
No.
It's true.
Yeah, I do more than he does. And if YouTube, with all due respect, if you want to open up a can of worms, you get rid of one of these channels and you're going to have to put that standard up for every single channel.
Correct.
And that's going to really hurt YouTube big time.
Amber Heard, Amber Heard, Amber Heard, Amber Heard, Amber Heard.
Oh, don't give her all that. She loves it.
Get a cactus up your
It's like-
backside, lace it with as much chili oil as you can and shove it right up there. Go on with all the spice.
It's like I think of like
right up
I feel like It's a Wonderful Life. Like every time you say Amber Heard, a narcissist gets another victim or something. You know, it's like something's going wrong. Like, be careful.
Kim's
We shouldn't
like,
say the
what
name.
the hell?
Yeah, it's too much.
Well, I think Eve is just upset because every time she says that word 3 times, she comes out to life.
Comes out of the mirror
like
to get. Oh, gross.
But this is ridiculous because at the end of the day, I wonder, and this was kind of like my criticism of the last Bot Sentinel report that came out. About, I think, the trial or something along those lines, if I remember. I've slept since then, and screw Bot Sentinel. Is what, where are they actually getting the data from? How are they deciphering the data? And how are they splitting up the videos that are positive towards Meghan Markle to the videos that are not so positive towards Meghan Markle? You can come and you can say, right, 95% this, 96 this, 98 this, whatever, right? But if you do not provide the source material of your actual raw data as to how then you're pulling these figures to put it in the report. So if you don't supply the raw data, also as well, if you don't supply definitions, like what is your report? What does your report signify as a hate channel? What's the report's definition of a hate channel, right? It's bandied about so many times. What's your definition of a hate channel? What's your definition of malicious? What's your definition of defamatory content? Because clearly they've got one, but they're not providing full context of providing the raw data that they're pulling all these figures from, and then B, providing the context of the terminology that they're using, what they're defining it as. So this report really is basically toilet paper for my backside when I have a shiz.
Well,
it's worth that.
Steph,
This ain't a scientific report.
Well, it is kind of scientific. They got the report. All that data is from, when you take the chili oil with the cactus out, the stuff that comes back out. Through the same area.
That's where it comes from.
The stat. Yeah.
I mean, it's so weird because he's mixing things all the time, Steph. It's really well said, because it's like this chart here is about videos with Meghan Markle mentioned. That doesn't. What if she was mentioned positively? Like this doesn't mean anything. But then he throws in, further analysis, an average of the 94% were malicious and defamatory, based on what rulings exactly? Like there's nothing here that this whole slide's purpose, useless is rather the word I'm trying to say. And again, why is it always connected to Amber? He didn't even put any Amber stuff in here. A network of 22 channels was monetizing content taken from numerous news outlets. Over 34,000 videos contained plagiarized articles and were read verbatim. The 22 channels received 440 million views and were responsible for 80% of the negative anti-Meghan video titles. So he's just
what is it? And called certain YouTubers or whatever plagiaristic. That is a heavy thing to accuse a channel of. Back it up. Where's your raw data? Where's your raw data to back that up? That is
because
insane.
we're reading articles and reacting to it. We're plagiarizing articles. Okay.
Not if you cite it and reword it, you're reacting.
Well, I'd love to see the opposite report. How many positive puff pieces did Amber get stuck out there based on instead of YouTubers, it was Twitter. Like Christopher uses Twitter and then gets those people out there, like Camila. But now we're focused on just YouTube because he wants to knock. I'm positive. I mean, I'm not speculation. I'm just for my opinion. I feel it's like this is clearly like a task. Amber's like, I want those channels shut down. It just feels like that. Why else would you be doing this? Who else would be wasting this types of energy? And so it feels like he's like aligned, secretly or not, to attempt to appease her with that task. Is just what it feels like to me. Kim, you had your hand up. What's up?
I was just going to say, I feel like this is something, if we're going to talk about channels that take news and repost it as their own, like they fully just they'll rip a video off of the Entertainment Tonight's website and then post it on their own thing. That happens with a lot of different topics. It's not just a Meghan Markle thing. That's a whole issue on YouTube on its own. And it's one that it seems like that I've seen, I don't see a lot of action being taken for whatever reason. And I think it's because it's very hard to police that, to be able to check everything. And I mean, there are the copyright scans. Whenever you upload a video, you do have to go through the copyright check that is there. So if it passes the copyright check, it's been changed enough that YouTube is okay with it usually. I just don't really see what the point is of showing this unless it's just showing that this is what it is for Meghan. But that is what it is for many, many different topics. Do you guys get what I'm saying? It just kind of feels like a nothing burger.
And a little bit to add into what Kim just said, usually news outlets do like other outlets talking about the article or something, a story they broke. It adds legitimacy to them. So if I have a website, which I do, and a big channel, whatever, talks about it, drives traffic to my site, and it makes them a little bit even better than them because they need my site for news. So it's kind of like a compliment. So I don't know what he's talking about here. But I will say there's two things we're overlooking. Either one, he's BSing with the stats, like Steph touched upon, or two, the only way you could obtain that information is by using bots, by counting how many times people are talking. So there's some... that's kind of incriminating that he knows how to use bots
I mean, it's Bot Sentinel.
all
I
of
was just
YouTube.
about to say.
It's called Bot
He's
Sentinel,
called Bot
Lewis.
Sentinel, dude.
Oh yeah, okay. So, but he's going into YouTube and scanning everyone's.
Yeah,
thing?
look, I want to be careful what I say he does, but I don't think he does anything. I'm sure, I would guess, I'm guessing now that he does a lot of questionable methods to get this data. Because I was just asking a few fair questions, and he was just completely ignoring them and trying to change the narrative of where it was going. Because the dude is sketchy, in my opinion. Our research takes a lot of time and resources. It would be impossible without the community. If you believe our mission, please consider donating. I'm not going to knock him. Everyone's allowed to do that, but that's what this is all for. He's putting out like, we're going to stop the bullies. And to be fair, I'm sure there are some bullies out there. I don't want to just completely say there aren't.
Absolutely,
I don't know who all these people are. And so I don't know. Some people say they love this guy's channel, Trevor. I'm unfamiliar, so it's hard to speak up. But in the report itself, it's just flagrant policy violations when unchecked. YouTuber repeatedly threatened violence, blah, blah, blah. This is that guy. Popular channel helped foster misogynistic and dehumanizing opinions towards women. YouTube's algorithms promoted the channel. Multiple channels with millions of views were dedicated to publishing malicious defamatory about Meghan. It's all Meghan Markle. A network of 22 channels was monetizing content taken from numerous news outlets, over 34,000 videos. Again, who cares? To reduce the number of pages, we have uploaded a separate zip where you can download the transcripts of all the data. But yeah, this isn't an Amber Heard study. They've been working on this, and it's clearly... We reviewed 29 channels and analyzed 35,000 transcripts using machine learning, artificial intelligence, blah, 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 blah. We identified YouTube channels predominantly focused on publishing malicious and defamatory videos. So he loses me right here. What parameters did you use to decide that? People who were criticizing her? People who, disagree with her policies, her choices and things? Is that a hate channel? Like that's such a huge thing that he doesn't address. What deemed a channel that should be considered malicious, defamatory videos? Would he deem us one towards Amber? He's clearly deeming that towards Tug. So what on earth is this basis of data? We discovered an average of 94.7 of the videos contained malicious or defamatory content about the Duchess. I'd love to know what those actually are. YouTube monetized each channel. One channel in particular mentioned, it's all about how many times the word was mentioned. Who cares? YouTube awarded that creator with a Silver Creator Award for reaching 100,000 subscribers. This is such a spin article. We uncovered a network of 22 channels using text-to-speech. Again, what's the data? YouTube privacy were commonplace, and YouTube allowed channels like Trevor to... He's just focused on one guy who probably said one thing stupid, and therefore it's giving him justice for all of this. In some cases, policy violations are so flagrant it seems implausible to assume YouTube wasn't aware. Assume they were unaware, dude. Happens all the time. You have to report it. Yeah. Trevor Colt, MC, here it is. Germans aren't good people. Don't give a blank what anyone says. So I'm just like, what does this have to do with Meghan Markle? Okay. I mean, I'm so confused. So he's just they went through and tried to find I don't like diversity and don't believe in equality. Okay. I'm getting annoyed at this. Black Lives Matter. They gave up on women's right the day they let transgenders enter women's sports. I stabbed them. Geez. Yeah, okay. So this guy's got extreme opinions. Unfamiliar, don't love these takes. Don't know this guy. No. But, politically and ideologically, don't seem like I agree with a lot of the stuff this guy's saying. Okay. Let's see here. I think Meghan Markle needs blank straight. All right. I mean, that's not good. That's not good. So we're focused on one guy who said some terrible stuff. And so therefore, did they try to I wouldn't be surprised if Bouzy found this guy, didn't report him, did the report, and then reported him. You know what I mean? Like when he could have just gone through the YouTube policies and probably gotten this removed without needing this whole report. That's how it works. All right. So that, I love how they set this up. This guy, I don't know this guy, chat. If you know this guy, let me know. But, don't agree with a lot of these opinions. And then suddenly that umbrella guy, here's the page. that just literally, let's put this in, and after that, all that, misogynistic and anti-feminist content was readily available on the platform. One such channel, That Umbrella Guy, helped foster misogynistic and dehumanizing opinions towards women. Oh, F you. Towards women? Like, I look forward to the data to show what he's talking about. His latest victim. Oh my God, this is scary. His latest victim. Who was he? Who was the victim before?
Yeah.
What female was he going after before, Christopher? Can Tug sue this guy? His latest victim is Amber Heard, who's published 128 videos about the actress. It was a big trial. Not surprised. When we analyzed the transcripts, we discovered that Umbrella Guy mentioned, well, again, don't buy it. They're counting AH and that starlet, I'm guessing. So again, the data is very strange here because he doesn't say the name.
There and listen to every single video and counted. Yeah, right.
No, he probably used AI to transcribe it all, which is probably in a file, and then he just searched for the names. And he could search for Aquaman Starlet. He could search for. No, I mean it's AI data. It would be annoying and take a little bit of time, I imagine, but probably not as hard as you think.
Sounds like hacking into Google to me.
Yeah, you just get transcripts, and then it's in some sort of doc, and then you add the mentions of keywords. I mean, you could do it. If you had, the AI technology software, I'm sure it's not that difficult if you know how to do this stuff. Yeah, you could. It doesn't surprise me. Here are the examples. She's got psycho eyes. She looks crazy. She looks crazy man dip. She's a nut. She's disgusting. All an opinion that I can understand where that came from. Amber, your lips are gross. I don't know, to be honest, what it looks like. I mean, gross, I don't want to see her gross hair. Did she have gross hair at that time? What's the context?
That's the thing.
This is
There's
the
no
worst.
context. And I'm wondering, are we talking about when there were pictures shown of her lip? Because she does bite her lip. And there regularly were little cuts and things like that.
They looked gross.
It did not look good. And there were a lot of people that wondered. And I think he talks about it later on, that people wondered if it was the herp and questions like that. And my guess is maybe he was referring to photos that were shown in court that were just like, well, that's not a very nice picture. But the thing is, we don't know. We don't know.
Misogynistic is him out of context
like
saying
your
your
hair.
lips are gross and your hair's ugly. Now you're now misogynist, guys, according to Christopher Bouzy. Burn her to the ground, like I said. I need context.
Yep.
A lot of dots, and I don't know what this means. And I don't. Oh, does it give it to us right there?
I mean, I tell her to go shove a cactus, lace it with chili oil up her backside. I think that's a little bit worse, but maybe I'm biased.
Maybe you're up next. Video hold on, we're not through the entire thing.
Next the page. Step the alternate. Yeah.
The video in question is no longer there. To Tug private it? What is? I don't even know. There's no. I need to see it. So until I see it. I can't believe you, Christopher. Sorry, I just lost. Somehow I closed it by accident.
It's in boss level. Right, you uploaded it in there.
Hold on. Sorry, guys.
Technical difficulties.
All right. It's about that time. Dun, 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 dun. It's my kid's favorite song right now. It's in my head as I'm waiting. Okay.
Yeah, but meanwhile, press that like button. Over 4,000 people watching. Only 1,200 likes. Let's get those likes up to 2,000, ladies and gentlemen. Also, let us know if you're new to the channel by pressing that one button.
Yeah, I just want to go through the report and then we can chill a bit more. But here, let's hear it. Sorry, I couldn't click this link. It doesn't. It's a broken link or a private video. I don't know what the context of, or this was just something stupid he said ages ago. You're allowed to say one or two stupid things that you correct yourself on. That's all. It happens. I'm sure Christopher Bouzy has said some terrible things. I think that's the herpes. I think that's, also maybe he just turned these off to a P. I don't know.
No,
I think that's the herpes
by the user.
I think that's herpes. I think that's, what will get herpes for you and your friends. How is that misogynistic and harassment? It's a fair question. She had weird things all over her lip and she was trying to claim certain things. And yeah, we were analyzing it. You could not like what he said. You can think he's being mean, I guess, if you wanted to go there. I don't. But how the hell Does this go against cyberbullying harassment? This was the best he could find and put it on a page after the guy who said strangling. This is such nonsense. This is insane. And that's it. And then we move on, right, to the next thing. Why it's like this was in like a different presentation and he forgot to take the page out, but he kept it in. How does this have to do with anything the guy's talking about?
It feels very disjointed.
Yeah, it does. Doesn't make sense.
We're just gonna
so here's
put that in there.
This is the policy, guys. Not allowed. Using an extreme insult to dehumanize an individual based on their altruistic attributes. For example, look at this dog of a woman. She's not even a human being. She must be some sort of mutant or animal. Now, is that an example YouTube gives? Look at this dog of a woman. She's not even a human being. Okay.
So saying that he doesn't like her hair is the same as that?
She does have psycho eyes. I'm sorry. During the trial, there was a few moments where she stared daggers at him. And listening to those audio tapes, I'm sorry. I don't see anything on here. She's a nut. She was a nut. She's also disgusting. Her lips were gross when they showed that disgusting, her biting her lips. That's gross. People don't bite your lips. And which hairstyle? She's had several hairstyles, and some of them I thought were gross too. Are we not? So is fashion police not allowed on there anymore? Like, what the hell is a roast? Like, what does this mean? This is insane. So anyway, I support Tug. That's it. Single hate purpose channels. Okay, now we're focused on. Never heard any of these channels. An area of focus for us was YouTube channels devoted to publishing malicious and defamatory content about Meghan Markle. These problematic channels often use deceptive titles to avoid scrutiny. Still, any further analysis? What on earth? This is the data?
This is scary. Extremely, extremely scary shiz what we're reading through right now in terms of this report. Why? Because this is extremely Orwellian. 1984 Orwellian speak. It's all the way through. And it is scary. This is nuts.
Well,
I mean,
why
opinion,
is
conspiracy theory, whatever. Is Christopher Bouzy unhinged?
For real?
And I legitimately, for real, like, I am asking that question for real. Opinion, conspiracy theory, I'm not calling him unhinged. I am just simply asking this question because, dude, what the hell is this? Like, is trying to use, in my opinion, conspiracy theory or whatever, double think, double speak to basically try and force us to believe and to really, really believe it's in our reality that 2 + 2 = 5. This is how Orwellian this report is, in my opinion. This is scary tactics. Scary. It cannot stand. It cannot stand.
Well, it's so weird too, because it's like, what is this? So this channel, he's finding like a couple random examples of, I'm sure there's dozens of improper channels on YouTube. I believe that. I do believe it, right? And here he's explaining that if this is true, again, if it's true, I don't even trust the word this guy says. But this channel that hates Meghan apparently would post updates on the mystery of the Lion King. But when you watch that video, it's actually her hating on Meghan Markle, and she's doing it apparently because her channel was already terminated, and so she reinstated it that way. I kind of want to look this up. Is this true?
I just subbed.
I'm looking at it, and it does look like there's just kind of these stock images, and then when you actually put your mouse over it, it shows like clips of it further in the video, and I am seeing Meghan. So it's definitely.
So I'm looking. All right, here we go. I'm there. Updates on the mystery of the Lion King. Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain. I'm using them under the fair use, fair dealings.
Everything in my video is pulled from the public themselves, but I was telling people that a person from the Lion King told her all these things about her marriage and how celebratory.
Well, hello? She's talking about the Lion King. What
Yeah,
the?
she
How is
is.
this deceptive? How on earth was that deceptive?
was.
You can dislike it all
the
you want,
thumbnail-
but
the
she
thumbnail
brought up the.
wasn't great, but I mean the title was.
It's the circle of life, Kim.
2 + 2 = 5. I'm telling you, this is
Wow.
double think speech. And it goes back to what I said earlier on. Release your raw data. You evil, it might be a conspiracy theory, whatever, mofo. Because it seems like a penny conspiracy theory, whatever, because we got to be really careful with this idiot. But he's just pulling whenever anyone mentions Meghan Markle and saying, right, harassment, misogyny, this, that, and the other, without actually understanding the context of, well, why was her name used in that video? Was it misogynistic? Was it hate speech or anything like that? Here, we've just pulled randomly a video on this channel that he's put in his report. Was there any misogyny that we just heard? Any hate speech?
Well, I mean, I don't want to defend this. I don't know this woman, but I, at the same time, she has an opportunity to respond, and I don't believe Chris Bouzy is genuine or fair. So any channel I see in there, I almost want to reach out and have them come on the show or do some due diligence against the channels, because it's like, what is their response to this? Because they, the Amber or Meghan Markle bots might be after they're trying to shut down someone who's just trying to criticize and offer the other side. And the reality is they're allowed, guys. They're allowed to not like Meghan Markle. It's allowed. It can be annoying. That's sort of the payment celebrities have to pay, is that they have haters. I have them. It just happens. Like, what are we supposed to do? Boo-hoo. I know it sucks. Well, that's what happens. You married a prince. What did you think was going to happen? You knew it would cause this, and that's part of what happens. And you do lose some rights as a celebrity. It just happens. You become a public figure, become a brand, and not everyone's going to agree or like you. And as much as that it is, it's a slippery slope to start saying, well, you can't talk about it. What? What? This is Steph, you're right on it. This is crazy. And so so there's another not allowed thumbnail that misleads its viewers. I don't know what these thumbnails, I mean, maybe that's the one thing they're trying to get her on, is her thumbnails aren't accurate. So what? Go ahead, Steph.
But Andy, just to clarify something, I wasn't defending her. I wasn't defending Sue Smith. That wasn't my point in terms of what I mentioned there. My point in terms of what I mentioned was we've already just seen a hole in his data, a hole in his whole freaking report. It's already proven to be unreliable. It's not 100% correct. This is not, it's not scientific enough for him to say this is a report. We all need to listen to it. Oh my goodness, YouTube is a cesspit. It's evil. It's the devil. Blah, blah, blah. Well, dude, we've already just punched a major hole. Your data's not accurate enough. What the hell, dude? And then he's accusing people of plagiarism, misogyny, hate speech, this, that, and the other, based on data that we've just proven. Well, it ain't 100% accurate, dude. So what the hell you playing at? Again, Orwellian, 2 + 2 = 5. This is dangerous as hell. Dangerous.
I don't think the YouTube rule is supposed to mean like you can't put a sunset on your video. Like, I don't feel like this is misleading me. Like, you're not supposed to put a thumbnail that's like, learn the key to unlocking a car, and then you watch the video and it's like they don't want deceptive thumbnails to trick you into clicking. Is how I read the rule. Okay, it's not who cares if it's a sunset on the thumbnail? What if the title is misleading as well? Then I would have had a problem with this channel. But she did talk about the mystery of the Lion King. Therefore, I don't give a shit that there's a sun there. Oh, God, I didn't get the sun photo. Who cares? Who cares? That's ridiculous. He's grasping at straws.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like this guy's randomly attacking female YouTubers. Honestly.
Cool, good catch. Good catch. The misogyny is rampant. And then you're right. So Kim, I think it was you, but he just goes off on, right? Can you confirm? He goes off on this copyright infringement thing then for a really long time, which I'm confused has anything to do with the misogyny and stuff that he's been touting. Literally pages of copyright infringement to fill up. It just almost feels like he's just filling up the report so it seems more substantial.
Yeah, I
What
don't
the
know.
hell
But
does
the-
it have to do with
Yeah.
the report?
But the thing is, I feel like every day I get people that DM me these videos. They're like, have you seen this yet? And it's always this article that was written by somebody else. And then it's this like Microsoft Sam voice or this other AI voice that reads it over footage that, was taken from some other news source and, put out as new content. And I see that with stories all the time. And I mean, to be honest, I've seen it with the Johnny Depp trial. I've seen it with the Royals. I've seen it with Britney. I've seen it with, Slapgate. I saw it with, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. It's everything. And I do think that is something that YouTube should probably look at because it's annoying. In all honesty, it is kind of annoying. But people take content and they transform it and they make their own content and it is what it is. And I don't really understand how that proves a point of misogyny.
Good question. And Sue Smith, I'm trying to look you up. Reach out because some were telling me that he doxed her before. If there's a history to any of these people we talked about, always open to hearing the other side of things. So hit us up and let us know. Seems to be a lot. Yeah, exactly. The same crew of people here are all getting hit by Chris. I wonder what they would say. It'd be very interesting to hear their side of things because that's a world I'm not as familiar with. So let's reach out to all these channels and see if we can offer them to respond. But Bouzy got Rolling Stone to take the bait. New report claims YouTube is cashing in on misogyny, racism, and targeted harassment. Where was the racism?
Well, it's about Meghan. They're saying that
Meghan
is
I got it.
is because of Meghan.
I got it. That's a huge jump, but okay. An exclusive interview. Bot Sentinel founder Christopher Bouzy explains how the video sharing giant seems to be profiting off of hate speech. They profit off of everything, for the record.
Yeah,
everything. YouTube
oxygen
literally profits off everything. So you can focus this for a minute if you want, but they hit everything. New investigation found at least 24 YouTube channels. That's it, with flagrant policy violations that were allowed to continue without censure from YouTube moderators. Even more alarming, they're still getting paid. Scary shit. Chris tells Rolling Stone that the report uncovered. Now, this is a guy who's biased because he did the data and he's not a scientist. He's a marketing guy. He's a social media marketing guy and he's finding data and spinning it to do whatever he needs. And he doesn't want anyone to check him. He blocks you if you check him because he just wants a bunch of sheep to follow him who agree politically or love Meghan, and therefore he's a hero. Unchecked hate speech, misogyny, racism, and targeted harassment singularly focused on famous and identifiable women. The most mentioned women in channels were Meghan, Duchess, and actress Amber Heard, both of whom have remained extremely vocal about the long-term mental and emotional effects of targeted harassment. In a review of just 5 single-purpose hate channels focused entirely on Markle, Bot Sentinel estimated that the channels received a combined. Okay, so how much? This is so stupid. 42 in monthly payments, since all the videos run with advertisements. It's understood. YouTube shares it. I'm so over this. All of these guesses are always wrong. And he knows it. But he's just going to do it there to make it sound like what it is. And it's such bullshit. It's such a lie. And he's just trying. None of your how much does Bot Sentinel make off of donations? Are we allowed to know that, Chris? Would you want to tell us that? Of course you don't. Why do you keep trying to guess and shame YouTubers for making profit? YouTube does go after Google if you want to be mad at it. Fine, but stop pointing it out. YouTube is to blame. A lot of these folks would not do what they're doing if YouTube was not rewarding them. And let's be clear here, they are rewarding them. Guys, Christopher, the public is rewarding them. The public is clicking, or YouTube wouldn't share it. I don't believe for a second YouTube's sharing it because they believe it. They share whatever's going to make them clicks and money. Their algorithm is based on the users and the subscribers and what they click on. They don't believe Amber. They don't like Meghan. That's just the reality of where we are, and that's how the algorithm is built. Let's be clear, they are rewarding them. When you allow for these folks to monetize this content and you're the company that's paying them, you're pretty much facilitating the harassment, the vitriol that we're currently seeing. A YouTube spokesman who has not seen the report said that the site takes these sort of violations seriously. We're committed to rigorously enforcing equally and flag content they believe violates. Yeah, that's always what they say. And
Yep.
when you do, they do. And Chris just could have flagged these two channels that are problematic and case closed. Under YouTube's current community guidelines, the site prohibits malicious insults focused on famous or identifiable individuals based on appearances or status, like race, survivor of DV. But according to, so they keep trying to claim she's a survivor. And so by us making comments about her, she falls into the protective category. That's what's trying to happen here. Amber's trying to use her protective status as a victim of DV, which I don't believe happened, as why she should not be allowed to be checked. And that's scary because she lied about it, in my opinion. But according to the report, channels that focus the content, are often allowed to post defamatory content entirely unchecked. That's not true. We are totally checked. If I were to sit here and talk about Amber and say the atrocious things that he's claiming we're saying, I would be checked by you, Christopher, by Amber fans. So would Tug. This is nonsense. This is a nothing burger. You've proven nothing, sir. Good day. Anyway, I don't even want to keep reading. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. And Rolling Stone is just like, yep, cool. And then they lump in cashing in the morbid fascination with the Johnny Depp trial. One creator made, now they're talking about Tug. I guess good for them for not even quoting him, though. Making hurtful comments about Heard's body and defamatory claims about her testimony in this trial. With the videos, Heard's name was mentioned over 6,000 times. Another YouTuber posts policy, this weird connection to Markle and then only finding one person who did it to Amber is really telling to me. It shows that he didn't have the data he wanted to, right, Kim?
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, if you go up though, like the Rolling Stone article saying that he's making comments about her body, are we referring to the lip comments?
Apparently.
I feel like that's
and
little bit misleading.
Lips and hair?
I feel like that's a little bit misleading because it makes it sound like he was like shaming her like for her weight or whatever, and that's not at all.
No.
Okay. It's weird.
No, you're absolutely right, and it's insane. Upon review, we removed 2 videos shared by Rolling Stone for violating the harassment. YouTube spokesman said, adding that they're still reviewing 2 additional ones flagged by Rolling Stone and said they will take appropriate action. So good. They didn't do them all, but maybe the strangling one got dinged, which it shouldn't have been. Report also detailed that what it called egregious cases of copyright infringement. So there's, according to the report, published thousands of videos made by converting news articles or audio. Majority of 34,000 do not credit the articles or news organization. Videos received millions of views. Why should this matter to the average person? According to Bouzy, lack of follow-through with YouTube content moderation only puts the average person in more danger. These videos are pushing a narrative of racism and misogyny, says Chris, that could twist a viewer's worldview. Bouzy believes unchecked policies means a higher likelihood of targeted harassment towards all people. That's why the copyright infringement matters? What? I think a platform as big as YouTube with the billions of views, they have a responsibility now. You know, this is not 1999. This is not the early days of the internet. A lot of folks consume their news on these platforms, and whether it's YouTube, whether it's Twitter, whether it's Facebook, they have a responsibility now to protect their users from some of the toxic stuff that's been put out there. And if they're not willing to do that, we need legislation to push them in that direction. Who's the cop? Who's going to police it? You? F no. Ugh, sickening, disgusting. Well, there you go. We had a very good twist. You're not going to miss this. Sue Smith, the one from the report, the one that was showing the wrong thumbnails. Oh, man, she came by and she dropped the T. So you're going to want to watch the members only replay to watch the whole show because she showed up near the end and she revealed a lot. Go check out Sue Smith's channel. And in fact, she suggested check out the Bouzy affair on her account and you'll learn a little bit more about Christopher. It sounds like he's been doing some very shady stuff. Allegedly, Christopher, don't come after me, but you do sound like a bully. I'm going to say it. And if anybody else out there has been targeted by him, please hit us up so we can help tell the other side of the story because that's what we do here. Please also, if you want to watch the full replay, just hit that join button, pick a level. You can always become a member. We always keep the first hour or so up, but then the rest of the 3 hours just for helping for our SEO gets trimmed behind that wall. But I'm so grateful to meet you, Sue. Please reach out some other time. Let's get you back if you have any. And if he's coming at you, let us know. Go support her. Go support Steph the Alta Nerd. Go support It's Kim and Nerd Report Lewis. He's live right next. We're going to redirect you there. If you're watching live, carry over. If you're not, watch some some of these videos that hopefully appear later. Appreciate you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your night. We will see you live tomorrow. Bye, everybody.